Okay, here we're going to be going through your eBay settings and the things we can do to customize them. The first thing we're going to be taking a look at is our listing type. There's two types of ways you can export to eBay. You can use individual listings or variation listings. Individual listings are your regular listings where you create a singular listing for each card. The variation listing is the type which puts all of your cards within a singular listing, and users can then use a drop down box to select which card they'd like. If you're doing a variation listing, you will need to add a listing title, which is normally going to be your set name, and then a listing image, which is going to be the main image that sits on your eBay listing. It could be the set logo, it could be photos of multiple card, it could be your store logo. We're just going to be doing an individual listing today, as all the settings are pretty much the same. The first thing we need to take a look at is our general settings. We've got our shop name, our country, our state, and our postcode. These are really important for eBay as they use this to calculate your postage. For our eBay settings, we're starting off with our default format, whether you want to sell this as a fixed price or an auction item. From there, you're going to set your duration depending on which one you're using. For auctions, your default auction duration, and for fixed price, your fixed price duration, which is either going to be 30 days or good till cancelled, which means it will go on forever. Your shipping type, you can either do flat shipping, calculated shipping, flat domestic shipping, and a calculated international shipping. We're going to leave it as flat for today, but I'll show you what you can do with the calculated as well. Our shipping service. Now, it's really important that you set your country before you do this, because when I set my country, it populates all the shipping types for my country. From here, I'm going to select my shipping service, and then I'm going to add the primary shipping cost. If you want it to be free, you would leave that as 0. If you want it to be paid, you could put in a paid amount there. You can also add a secondary shipping service. For a lot of people, that would be an express service. So I can add the express service and the amount that I would charge for that. But if I don't want a secondary shipping service, I'm just going to leave this blank as select secondary shipping option. From here, you can say where you want to ship to, whether it's just domestic or worldwide. If you do select worldwide, you'll be able to select your international shipping service and your international shipping cost. Do be really careful with this, especially if you're using a flat rate, because postage can be unpredictable. If you are shipping international, I would recommend using at the very least the international calculated. Lastly, you're going to set how fast you're going to dispatch your item and whether or not you want to accept returns. Next up, we have some customizable titles and descriptions we can use here. For a customizable title, we already have our default way that it's going to look, which is how it looked in the last screen, which I'll show you here. But if you prefer some extra things to be in the title, or you like your titles to be set up a different way, you can use our customizable placeholders to do that. So for example, as you can see here, I've got the alt name. Alt name sets it up as Charizard 04/102, the set name, and then the condition. So it's going to display the condition on the title. This is also really handy if you have graded cards. This is where you're going to put in your grade. You're going to need to set the grade in the title, and it'll add the grade that you've set for each card into your title. Next up, we have your custom description. So when tackling your custom description, it works exactly the same, but you can have your placeholders within your description. This can be really handy for the eBay SEO. You can also put HTML in there to make it look really nice. I've got something really simple here that says get card from set name from set name. So in the example of a Charizard, it would say get Charizard from base set. Once we're happy with all our settings, we're just going to hit save, and we're going to move on to our final export phase.